good job and came out at the beginning of the game and I think really executed well offensively and kind of hit a little, right there about midway through the second quarter on both sides of the ball. We kind of lost a little bit of an edge. We let some obviously got some balls thrown on us on defense and just didn't, we didn't convert after the fumble punt after the turnover and some of those things are things that in order to be a really good football team that you got to purge out. And so, we got a lot of growth to still go as a program, but I'm really excited about a lot of the things that I saw today. I thought we started two freshman offensive tackles. I thought they played really well, and was really proud of the way that Grayshawn Manyweather ran. And I thought Bailey was probably checking about half the plays out there. I thought he did a great job of leading us, and I was really excited. Our goal is to be the most successful football team in the city of Houston, and that says a lot because obviously there's some really great football teams. But at the end of the day, we're striving to be the best in this town, and we call Houston home, and it's a lot of pride that we represent. And I can tell you that when we went up to South Dakota, a big part of what we talked about in that game is, hey, we're taking Houston, Texas to South Dakota. And so, being a successful Houston team is important to us. So I think we made some progress in that effort tonight.
Talk about the quick start you all were able to do tonight, and then Baylor was able to get into a rhythm, and it was just kind of like snowball effect as far as he was concerned.
Yeah. Well, so much of offensive football is rhythm. Anyway, when you're in rhythm, it just helps. It helps execution really become more predictable. And we're at our best when we play really fast and get lined and go. And so, with it kind of a lot of those drives can be kind of somewhat short, which puts your defense. Look at what happened here. Before those couple deep balls, we only played 42 snaps on defense. And so, a little bit of the counter to the speed that we play with offensively and the rhythm you play with, your defense plays a lot of snaps. And so, that's just a little bit of the give and take that you have. But, I was equally, we didn't have great energy in the locker room there. There's a lot of accountability to be had there in how we finished up the second quarter. And so I really thought we came out and we had a tremendous half on both sides of the ball in every aspect of the third quarter. And, clearly tonight's game really was won in the third quarter, even though that first start in the first quarter was pretty significant.
Coach, about halfway through the season now, I'm seeing a lot of improvement. Seeing like the players are getting a lot more confident on the field. Comment on that?
Yeah, I think you can really see it. You can see it in practice, just where, the difference between hoping to win and playing well enough and trying to chase people through the fourth quarter, to have a chance to win the fourth quarter. There's a confidence that's not really talked about, but you can just see the way our kids carry themselves. And, there's some competitive matureness, that's really starting to grip, within the culture of our team. I really like the way that I see our kids holding each other accountable in practice, in terms of practice with perfection. And if it's not done right, then then they're the ones that want to repeat the play. And so I'm excited about where we are. I'm concerned about the injuries that we're starting to mount up, and we can't just choose to go have an open date next week. I can tell you that. I'd bribe somebody to get one, but I know that tonight was evidence of when you are losing guys to injury and next guy stands up and has to be the man in the gap. I think our guys in a lot of areas did that, and so everything now out is from here on out is the conference play. And as far as I'm concerned, I think our conference is just proven to be just one of those rock solid tough years. And I didn't see anybody really turn out yet, but I'm sure there's some great games in the league today, and we'll kind of turn our sights. A couple of things that we talked about. Our team goals, number one, is that we want to win the opener. We didn't get that done. We came close against UTEP. Number two is that we want to win the Southland Conference. Number three is that we want to win the state of Texas and all FCS teams. Number four, we want to win the closer. Win the closer, you got to get to the playoffs, and then when you win the closer, you get a chance to build a national champion. And against South Dakota, we had an opportunity to say something about the closer, because being a Missouri Valley team gives you an opportunity, in the national exposure to become a playoff team. I think last week, in the first game of the conference, we had a chance to go win a South Bend conference game and take an initial early lead in the league. And then tonight, we had a chance to win the state, and or at least be on the journey of being the best FCS school in the state. Those are big goals, all right? But even though we're not where we want to be yet as a program, getting better, you work hard as coaches and players to win every ball game. And without that plan and without that focus and drive, why do we ask our players to sacrifice? So I know those are big goals, but that's what we've been talking 6 years ago when we started playing football. And our guys have been patient through some of the tough times, and I'm proud of our guys. I think they're getting a chance right now to enjoy what it means to have accomplished a lot off the field, in the weight room, on the practice field. It's carrying over to ball games.